Hello everybody, my name is Pizza Brandon, and I am so overly excited. My apologies for bursting your eardrums. Welcome to the episode 50 special, a milestone in this series of Crazier SMP with myself and a lot of other awesome YouTubers. Guys, before we start this video, I would like to say thank you to all those who have been watching for the 50 episodes we've been doing. Yes, that is nearly 2 months, which is, in terms of long scale series, not really all that impressive, but it's still a milestone. And I do want to give a huge shout out to all the YouTubers that are currently on the server right now. It's awesome that really when we started out Crazier, it was just me and Kara and like maybe I think Kenny and Choco or whatever, and now we branched it off to all the pack guys and a couple other people aside that are going to be joining up soon as well. And it's just awesome to see like this whole thing turn into something that is just so much more than I really wanted. Well, not actually, oh god, the wrong words there. So much more than I expected it and just what I wanted for here. And it's cool too because I've always been like the kind of guy that gets invited to series, and now it's like a situation where I invited other people to my series, and it's like I am just so freaking thankful. And also another shout to Ben and Coder, two of our admins that have been helping keep the server running and everything like that. We've had no crashes so far over the 2 months that we've been around, which is insane. And also shouts to Atlantic Craft for giving me the idea to make this mod pack and kind of base it off of Crazy Craft and expand off from there. And of course, kind of the name parody as well, which they did say they were fine with, so we got to give them the MVP props for that. But guys, thank you so much for watching this series so far. It's been amazing, and I'd like to ask if you could drop a like on the video to celebrate 50 episodes so far with a bunch of new stuff planning. We're actually adding a couple new mods very, very shortly, so there is going to be no shortage of supply of content on the server for a very long time. So guys, thank you all for watching. Take care. Hope you enjoy the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 50th episode of Crazier here on the Crazy Craft server. I am so excited to film this, and I have got something pretty immense planned that's going to actually take me several hours, I would think, to film this episode, so long as I do it correctly. Otherwise, it might take a couple days with the time of things that we need to do. So here's the deal real fast, okay? So we have a couple things that I would like to do today. Now, I have, of course, been requesting, or a lot of people have been requesting me saying, Brandon, we love the tech stuff that you're doing, or at least a lot of people do like the tech stuff, but there's a lot of you guys as well that really don't. That's completely fine. I get that for sure. And you guys are like, well, you know, Pete, there's so many other mods in the mod pack. There's so much more stuff you can do. Take a little bit of a break, put some variety into it. And it's funny, I actually was going to. Our next journey into the mod is going to actually be trying out the Aether. We've already kind of been there a little bit, but there's like some boss battles and stuff like that going on the Aether very, very shortly. So we're going to be hopping into that very, very soon. I was actually going to do it for today's episode, but then I realized, crap, it's episode 50, so we kind of can't do that right now because it wouldn't really serve much of a point. So we're gonna be doing a special episode today, and tomorrow we'll go into some Aether stuff, and we'll stay away from mechanics for a little while, take a bit of a breather from it, and then we'll come back to it, of course. But for those of you know that like it, but either way go, guys, we've got some insane stuff to go down right now. So as you guys know, in the 50 episodes that I've been doing Crazier so far, in like our first little session, I suppose, I like to think of it as like phases. You know, we've already gone through phase 1 to 50, and then our next phase is going to be 51 to 100. So let's take a look at the progression of what we made so far. So in our 50 episodes, we first off started up our islands. So in 50 episodes, we have 5 islands right now that all supply some sort of, you know, like some sort of purpose. At least for the, well, 3 of them actually do. These currently don't, but we'll get to those in a little while. So we have 5 islands made. In the 50 episodes, we also defeated the entire Twilight Forest, which is pretty nuts. We also managed to take over some villages along the way there. We killed the king, which is freaking awesome. We took down a 6-tier dungeon, I believe a 6-tier, not a 5-tier, with Kara. So that was awesome. We built a big Bertha. We got Royal Guardian gear, which I don't have on me, but I do actually have it on my suit right here. So we did basically go through the majority of ore spawn. I would have gone through the queen, but the only problem is that fight is currently glitched, so people can't really fight the queen. Otherwise, they, you know, unless they want their inventory deleted. So we can't really do that. But that was one thing that we do have on the marks. And on the technical side of things, we got into applied energistics in the ME system. We now have a beautiful way to store all of our machinery. We got the, of course, transmutation table that allows us to pretty much have infinite items in the entire mod. We got Easter Bunny eggs to allow us to spawn in pretty much anything that we would like. And really just a lot of other fun stuff. We've been getting into a lot of tech stuff. We also got a gift from Rob that seems to be active right now. I'll get into that a little bit later. But hey, for 50 episodes, we've been doing quite a bit of time. And also, we got working on the spatial storage along over there. You guys saw how that is. And just last episode, if you guys didn't catch it, we built ourselves the Nether Star Generator. Now, that's going to be the theme of today. Now, hold up. This is going to be a good episode because with like episode 50s and like milestones, I always like doing full scale projects, not necessarily like some sort of next step. I like doing full scale ridiculous things. For example, episode 50 back in, I think it was episode 50. Yeah, it was episode 50 back in season 1 of HTM. I did the slime prank on the Salty Lagoon where basically I filled up all the water with slime and turned it into a bounce house. That was a lot of fun, but that took weeks of grinding and a lot of time to prepare. But it turned out pretty freaking awesome. Today, we're going to be doing something relatively similar. So, I had an idea in my head, all right? And I want you guys to understand this. When it comes to this server, there's a lot of technical stuff on here, and we're going to be adding a lot more regular mods in this, but a lot more tech mods in the future too. And what do you need for all those? You need energy. And we've been kind of mastering energy lately. In fact, I went ahead and showed you guys. If you didn't see it, like I said, check last episode. It was awesome. We now have a way to get basically infinite energy out of dense, what's it called? Energies, things, whatever they may be. So I thought to myself, what's something so stupidly epic? Just like I said, the get stupid. What is something so stupid that we can do this episode? And I had an idea, and I've been doing this for a while. Take a look at our dupe trees over there. Every single dupe tree that we have is a dense energy cell that stores 1.6 million energy in every single one of them, okay? We've been farming those up for a little while, and allow me to show you what we have in our ME system over here. If we go over to this guy right now, server's lagging a little bit. I'm not sure why, though. It might be what we're doing the past couple days, but we searched up dense energy cells. We have just 9 shy of 4,000 of these suckers that I've been farming up from the dupe trees over the past several hours. And I thought to myself, what would be a way to style all of them? You know what I mean? Place down thousands of these energy cells so we have basically infinite power and showing people, you know, hey, we got infinite power on the server. And then it clicked to me. Probably the dumbest idea I think I've ever had in Crazier Craft, and that is, and I say this without any hesitation whatsoever, what if we were to take, because if you guys don't know, most of our energy is going to be required for this little guy right here, which is basically a way that you could transport rooms back and forth between guys. In fact, let me go ahead and kind of show you guys how this works right here. Let me go ahead and take off the boots right now. So this guy right here, we don't have a lot of energy in it. In fact, I think we only have, no, we actually do have stored power. So like I said, this guy right here is how you use the what's it called? The spatial storage. So you can actually bring different rooms over by demand, and you can make several of them. The only problem is that these require a lot of energy, and we've got some cells down here that allow us to do it maybe 1 or 2 more times. But I was thinking, if we need most of our energy for this room right here, and we want our place to look like we've got a lot of energy, what if instead of just placing down the cells underneath the island where nobody could really see them, it clicked in my head, I am going to take the time now to replace every single leaf on this tree, all 4 of these trees. Take a look at all these leaves here, okay? Am I stupid? Yes, I am. I'm going to replace every single leaf that we have on these 4 trees all around the island with full drawn energy cells. Yeah. That's going to be our project for today. So it's going to be a little bit of a, it's going to be quite interesting because we're actually going to be taking on a different form to be able to do this. And we are going to be morphing into our good old smaller slime self, which is going to be this small little guy right here. I prefer the maze slime. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. Plus, if you go ahead and take a look at him right here, you can kind of do like the little bounce effect. It looks cute. So the slime maze right here, the maze slime rather, allows you to get into 1 block area. So we can place these down pretty easily because as you guys might be able to understand, right now we can kind of see where leaves are on these because they're see-through blocks. The only problem though is that once we place down blocks, we can't really tell where leaves are, and we might miss a few leaves, which I'm going to try not to do. But we've got a lot of these things that we need to place down, and being 1 block small allows us to get into smaller crevices. Now here's the thing, like I said, energy cells, when you charge them, work basically where if you have them connected in any way, they'll transmit immediately between each other. So if we connect all of these energy cells right here, all the leaves are connected in some way, shape, or form. transform. Like this leaf right here is connected to these are connected to those, and so forth and so forth. They're all connected to each other somehow. If we can get all those guys and say a little spiral thing down one trunk of a tree and then hook it up to the generator, we can light this entire thing up with full energy. Billions. Not just millions of energy, billions of RF to the point where it is stupid. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now then is I'm actually going to go ahead and pop on my transformer gear right now, just so we got our easy mode of transportation. And I'm actually going to go ahead, I like how it shows right there. I'm going to go ahead and go over to this little area that I've got right here. And I'm going to grab out, can I click you? Oh, we're lagging a little bit. Are we lagging? Yeah, we're lagging, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my inventory up. Well, actually, what I should be doing right now is removing everything that we do not need at all, aside from like every piece of inventory under space. We are going to keep the builders one on us for right now because I don't know if we'll need it for anything. Very doubtful that we will, but I still think it might be a very useful tool. Let me actually grab a little bit of fish for food as well. There we go. We got a stack of those guys, and we're also going to need to grab the seeds that I put away, I think. Yeah, we're going to grab those guys back out right there. So we've got that down, but aside from that, really, what we're going to go... Oh, God, I forgot my hitbox is really off right now, too. All right, so with that said, though, we're going to go ahead and grab up our dense energy cells. And I guess the way I really have to do this, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, is basically break. I was thinking about it, and
Arachnophobia, eight-legged terrors.
gotta love arachnophobia, am I right? I'm afraid of spiders. I freaking hate those bastards. Anyway, so like I was saying, the way we're gonna do this, honestly, I'm not too sure. I was thinking about it, you know, a few ideas or whatever, but here's the deal. Once we get into this, there's no turning back. There's no repercussion. Well, there is, yeah, there's definitely repercussions, but there's no saving grace in this. Once we start this, we need to finish it. I do not know if 4,000 of these guys is going to be enough. In fact, I'm basically sure that they won't be, but I'm figuring while I'm doing this, I might as well farm up those guys, which I should probably take care of that before we start here. So while I'm in the process of doing this, these guys will duplicate and we'll basically have infinite, because we do have infinite of them. We just need to gather them. So I'm going to go ahead, I guess, and get started. We'll do the first 5 right here, right now, and we already started getting 2 of the mega saplings. Very, very cool. Okay, so we're already off to a pretty good ratio. Now, the only problem with this, though, is the fact that because we are so small, our hitbox is going to be a little bit off, but there we go. We have started on the dense energy cells. This is going to look so ridiculous. Catch you guys back in a little while to made some progress. So it's been about 20 minutes. I might as well show you guys the progress that we made. You can go ahead and see right here on the map. This is the dent that we've made. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this has been correcting my initial mistakes, realizing how exactly to do this. So this is what we've got so far. It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. But yeah, a lot of it was just making, you know, like mixing up my mistakes, because here's the problem, okay? If you put like blocks here or whatever, and then you put blocks surrounding it, let me actually go ahead. Ooh, there was this little area. I think this needs to be covered up right there. Pretty sure at least. Yeah, okay, that's good. Some of these leaves might look a little bit weird, because some leaves do despawn after you break their neighboring leaves. It's a little bit strange how it works, but either way, putting it at the surface, not really the best way. I can't explain it, but it's just not how you do it. How you're supposed to do it, at least from what I'm finding the most success. Now, here's a bit of a problem, is that the leaves don't go straight all the way down. With trees, you're gonna run into a little bit of bark in between the leaves we can't really see right now. So how I'm finding success with this is if I go right here and I find, okay, so that's one lower than that one, I'll dig all the way down immediately to the ground. As you can see right here, this is where, again, I made a little bit of a mistake, so I'm trying to correct it. Is where I'll build up a little bit right here, and then I'll basically just build all the way up right there, and then I go down to this one right here, go all the way down, and if I find any like small neighboring leaves like that, I'll try filling it in a little bit there, trying to just help it out a little bit, like right like that. But yeah, this is a very large scale project. Did I understand what I was getting into when I started doing this? No, I really didn't. Do I regret it at all? Most definitely not, because it is still going to be epic as hell. Although I do mean this when I say, if this episode doesn't get out on time, you'll understand why. It's going to be worth it. Yes, it will. It's going to be the craziest thing I think we'll do for a good while on this series. It's just... It's going to be a lot. Update number 1 on what we've done with the tree. Not a lot, really. Well, actually, well, okay. A lot is a relative term. I guess in relevance to the size of the tree, not really a lot at all. We've gone through a full inventory of items that we've gone through a full inventory, basically, of this stuff. And, yeah, I think we've made not really all that large of a dent, but if you go ahead and take a look over here, this has been, like, a very good area for us. This area right here, we've got it pretty far down, actually, if you go ahead and take a look here. It kind of extends a bit lower. You can't really tell. I think it ends off around here, so we still need to do a bit more of the lower base, but for right now, that's a pretty good start. And then over here, this one also goes down really far, actually, into the branch itself. That is a full inventory of these guys. There's a lot we have to learn. So, well, not learn, but there's a lot of these guys we have to work with. I really wish I had exchange energy. It would make my life so much easier, but at least the sacred oak leaves do, right? These things that are falling on the floor, I'm not even going to worry about them right now. So, let's go ahead and get out a bit more. That was... Oh my god, that actually took up a lot of our dents. Holy crap, I did not think this through. A lot of sacred oak saplings, at least. How many dents... Oh my god. Wow, so a full inventory of these energy cells. And I thought 4,000 was a lot. I'm learning a little bit. I'm learning a little bit about how many cells this is really going to take. I thought... this would be a very feasible thing to do. It's not what I'm realizing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to work on this. Just a little bit more work is being done with this guy. And I'll catch you guys back in a little while once I've made some further progress. Guys, me doing this is, it's... do I regret this? I think now I finally do. Alrighty, so our second update of the day. You can take a look at what we've done so far. Now, in relative terms, as you can see, this is our overall progression on the whole thing. It's not a lot, but it's still a very good amount, though. It's a really, really generous amount for sure. Now, here's the only problem with this, okay? That is our second stack of these guys gone. Now, again, I don't see... I'm not good at, like, thinking about what a large scale... Like, I'm not good at estimating blocks on a large scale. That's not a good skill that I have. You know, whenever you have those, like, jars of giant jelly beans, they're like, how many jelly beans do you think are in here? I'm the guy who answers 5, realistically. So, I thought we were gonna have a lot more of these guys ready for this event, and this thing to go down than we actually do. The only problem is we don't, because if we look up dents right here, you can actually see we're actually left to a very small minimum of 663 of these guys alone, which is, not very good at all. So we'll maybe be able to get the top of this tree done, because if you take a look over here, like, we are making progress for sure, though. And if you look on the side, though, that's the only thing. It goes down lower, but we still have a lot of the side to do as well. So that is a little bit of a problem here. So what I think I'm gonna have to do, this is my game plan. I'm gonna update you guys in a very, very long time from now, because I have a lot of work to do. I promise my hand. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing here. This is all legit, and by golly, it's a crazy thing. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Just trying to make it a little bit more natural. That probably just made it look worse. Either way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of a break. You'll likely see me in the same clothes because I like wearing my hoodie when I record, you guys can tell. But I'm going to take a very long break right now. And I am going to go over, pretty much like spend a lot of time on these juke trees, hoarding them all into the main ME system. I'm estimating somewhere around 20,000 would be a good idea to have. That's a lot. In the words of what I've done in the past, what feels like 6 solid hours of working on here. That's probably not accurate. I've probably taken a few breaks, but it feels around like 6 hours, if not a little bit more. And we've done a lot. We've done a lot of work. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what we've progressed with so far with our trees that we're working with here. Mind this isn't 1 tree, this is 4, okay? This is what we've done. All right? Right? You know, we've got some good progress along here. You know, the trees are looking... there's not a single dense energy cell... there's not a single leaf to be seen. It's all dense energy cells. Every single one of these are actual dense energy cells. They're not leaves. I'm kidding. I've done some work, though. I've definitely done some work. If you go ahead, the minimap does not lie. You guys ready for this? This is about 6 hours, what feels like, with breaks, obviously, to keep me functioning as a human. This is 6 hours of work. You ready for it? I don't think you are. So, all the way up here, though, this is what we've done over 6 hours. This is what we've done. This right here, I would say, is about 9,500. It's over 9,000. 9,500 dense energy cells placed into this, replaced with leaves. Now, remind you again, this is not this is not as simple as, now, looking at this right now, you might think, that took you 6.5 hours, or 6 hours, or what felt like it. That seems like a lot of wasted time. You must have done a horrible job. I want you guys to remember something, okay? I want you guys to remember something. This is not just the surface. I could have very easily covered these trees with these blocks, and it would have taken like maybe 2.5 hours, and we would have been done, literally. That is not what we did, though. Let me go ahead and demonstrate right here. So if I was to go ahead and break one of these blocks, you see? You see? All the way across all of these. That right there is a lot more blocks already placed down. I could go even further if I wanted to. In most of the areas on here, I could go further if I wanted to. Not a leaf to be seen. A little bit of wood, you know, because we're not replacing wood. It looks better, in my opinion. It makes it feel a bit more like a tree. But, yeah. Here's the thing about these cells you guys have to remember is that they don't work if you just connect them by corners. So if I was to, for example, let me go ahead and show you guys over here. If I was to place down one right there and one right there, these two wouldn't connect. So this whole thing would make no point. You couldn't power these cells. You'd have to basically place a cell right there, or a cell like right here, for example. Even right there wouldn't even work. So you can't just cut these guys up, you know, what's it called? Like cake them around the edge of it and expect it to work, because it's not going to. But this is about 6.5 hours of work. And guys, let me tell you something. I love this game that I call Minecraft. Genuinely, I love being on this server. I love playing this game. But this is the first time I've actually felt like I don't want to play. Like, I hope you guys can understand. It was not just placing down 9,500 of these. It was also breaking that many leaves with shears, killing that many ants that spawn out of these trees. It was a lot of work. And I want you guys to understand the amount of work that we put into this so far. This up here is a mass ton. But I want you to see, there is nothing done on the sides. There is absolutely nothing at all done on the sides of this tree right here. All 4 of these trees right here. There is nothing done. And beyond that, there's also nothing done underneath the trees as well. And when I started this project, I said to myself, without knowing this at all, I'm like, I'm going to replace every single block in here, and it's going to take about 4,000 blocks. Yeah, it worked out, huh, didn't it? So, here's the situation that I'm left with right now. It is currently 5:44 in the morning. I want sleep, and I'm going to get some sleep. Now, there's likely a chance that there may not have been a Crazier Craft yesterday, because this will have taken me an extra day to film, because I do have to get other videos out. I don't just do this. I wish, you know, like, I could take a day where I was only doing this one Crazier Craft alone, but, I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, we got a lot of work to do. And I'm going to take a little bit of time right now. I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to decide whether or not I want this to be all that we do. I know, it's, you know, we'll see. Or if I want to actually buck up like a man and do the rest of this, which you guys have to understand might take me like 24 hours of straight work on here, which is a very disgusting amount considering I have a lot of other stuff to do. So we'll see. Likely, I don't know if we'll be able to get it done. I think we might just have to introduce the fact that we are now starting up on here, because let me go ahead and tell you guys something right now. I'm going to pull up a calculator real fast. I've got one right on me. So each one of these cells, I want you guys to understand, holds 1.6 million AE. If we've used 9,500 estimated AE, multiply that there by 100, or what is it called? I'm typing numbers in right now. I can't tell. By 1.6 million AE, that right there at this current moment is already 15.2 billion AE. Not million, billion AE being able to store in all of these cells up here, which, by the way, if we're working with RF, which is the more common, that's 30 billion. 30 billion RF with what we're working on right now. Now, that is not obviously our end goal, and I will probably add more to this as we go, but I'll have to see. Again, I could wake up right now and finish this. We'll see, but I'm going to go ahead and end off my day, not the video, but I'm going to end off my day. I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to decide what I want to do tomorrow, tomorrow morning. I probably only get like maybe 4 hours or something like that. I'm straining myself, but it's okay. I love it. I love doing it. So, yeah, we'll figure out how... Oh, we get a little slime hat. Yeah, we got a slime hat, baby. Fudge, yes, finally. Oh, where's my slime hat? Dude, that is such a great thing to get, like, in freaking episode 50 right there. We finally... Nah, come on. Hell yeah, man. I'm so pumped. All right, that leaves me excited. So, this is what we've done so far. It's amazing, but at the same time... kind of want to jump off a cliff. All right, guys, so welcome back. I've decided something. I'm not going to half-ass this. I'm going to go full force with this because this is my creation, my responsibility, and I will not stand to have this only go halfway. And by the way, you guys can see right here, if you did not catch last episode, episode 49.5, in between these two cuts is when I actually filmed that. So now we got this little guy over here. We got our permanent little slime that takes no damage whatsoever, so I can beat him around a little bit. He does actually take damage from fire, though, so we got to be a little bit careful he doesn't die from that. But either way, we got some really cool stuff from the Aether now. We got our Neptune gloves and all that. We got our P.E. Head Jr., our sweat, and yeah, so this guy's our pet now. But like I was saying, though, with that said, I am going to be doing this to a full extent. I'm not just going to be doing a top and just calling it at that because that would be lame. So I want to go ahead and show you guys a little bit of progress that I've made. It's a little bit, not so much over here. I did do a little bit on the sides right there. And if you go ahead and take a look right over here, I've been working a bit more on here. Now, obviously, this is not a lot. I'm just kind of introing it back to you guys. I've been doing it for maybe like half an hour or something like that. Ooh, completely missed this area right here. What on earth am I doing? Oh, God. Well, I got a lot to fill in right there. But either way, though, yeah. So I'm filling in the majority of this right here. It's been like maybe half an hour that I spent on getting the edges done. So it's not too much. Because really, when you look at it, the top here was the most we had to do. Like, this was insane. That was the most by far. On the sides, it's like, this is okay, but there's a lot of empty space that we don't really need to worry about, although it is very, like, I don't know, it is a little bit messy. It's definitely still a bit worrying to do. But then, I love how this guy does not take any damage whatsoever, so he can just follow what he wants. But then underneath here, once we get to the bottom of it, this is still as well going to be fine, because there's a lot of bark here that we don't have to worry about, so this is going to be the easy part once we finally get to the end. But either way, it is currently 11:30 at night right now. I've had a very long day, just got back home, and yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick this back into gear right here. We got, or should I say, kick this back into shear right here. Sorry. And yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna go ahead and continue on from here and let you guys know how it goes a little bit later on. So yeah, hold tight for me. We'll be back after a very good while. Guys, I really don't know what to say, and that's a good thing in this case. Well, I guess it's a good thing, really. Progress has been made, and let me tell you, it is a long time away, as I believe I caught you guys back at around 11:30 p.m. I think it was around 11:30 was the last cut that I made, and it is now 5:30 a.m., 6 hours later. Obviously got up from the computer a little bit, but this has been the main priority focus, and I'm not going to spoil anything, okay? Yeah, so take a look right here on the map. You can see right there the progress that we made. Now, you can it doesn't really show much, but if you look at the edges, you see that there's no protruded grass blocks around there. That's to say we got all the sides done, all right? I'm not going to show you because I want there to be a shock and awe aspect. And let's just say right now that this area underneath here is the final area that we have to do, and then we're done. We're straight up done. And when this gets done, like, I have never put more blood, sweat, and tears. Not tears. No tears yet. I have never put more, I guess, just sweat into a Minecraft build, I think, in my entire life. I've had a lot of monstrous builds in Minecraft. This, I think, has been the most intensive one in my entire life. So, am I thankful for everything that I have, the amount of blocks that I need from on demand, pretty much? You know, like overpowered stuff like flight and that sort of thing. Yes, I legitimately would not be able to do this without flight. I would say no. But either way, though, guys, all we have left to do is to make all of this grass here. Or not grass, rather, leaves. Did I say grass? Leaves here. All we have to do is make the leaves into dense energy cells, and then we will be 100% good to go. I cannot wait to show you guys this. Oh man, I'm excited! Yes! You know, honestly, I just like, this episode is just one thing after another. So, I get a message or whatever. Well, actually, let me backtrack a little bit here. So, I'm doing my work for a little while here since I updated you guys. It's been like maybe about half an hour or so. And my girlfriend wakes up, it's really early in the morning, like I said, and she's like, let's go out to Starbucks. So I'm like, okay. Right before we go out, though, Choco logged on the server, and then I saw he was live streaming. So he hopped on, and then I hopped off or whatever. We talked for like 2 minutes or whatever. I hopped off. I didn't tell him anything. He just got back from his cruise, so he was done pre-recording. So I didn't actually expect him to see him on. And I get back home to a message from him saying, in all capitals, and I will read it right here, do not log on until you are ready to record and face cam. Although maybe should have someone turn off any events for the recording. So Choco is still on the server right now. We got pranked in the middle of episode 50, and he's live streaming right now. So a couple people know what episode 50 is already before this episode goes out today, which is a little bit salty, but I'm not too pissed. You know, it's not really the highest viewership, so we don't really have to worry about it. It's not like he's got 100,000 people watching, so it's not really ruined. But prank time. I guess we'll go ahead and log in because he's very anxious to see what this is. So let's go ahead and see then what exactly he oh, sweet. Alrighty, let's go ahead and give us another shot then. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous and not really knowing. Fatal errors occurred. Interesting. We're gonna be able to get it. Okay, I think we're gonna be able. Okay, so we got in, and then okay, so we're loading in right now. I believe Choco's still on the server. I don't know if he's still. I don't think he's in like in the middle of pranking me yet. I don't really know what's going on. If he somehow ruined anything in my area. Okay.
Hey, what's up, man?
This is not a laughing matter.
This is
Choco, I don't know what you did, but the fact that I can't get onto this server right now.
Well, Petey,
whatever you've done, reverse it. Whatever you've done, reverse it. I'm gonna try turning down my settings. This is not funny.
Petey,
I'm about 18 hours of actual game time into this.
All right, Petey, tell you what. Here's what I'm gonna do. All right, I need you. Oh God, I can't even move. All right.
Oh. Any other day would have been appropriate for this prank except for today. Any other day.
Oh, it looks like it worked. Join the game.
Did it work?
Yeah, it hasn't said you left yet.
Yep, it worked. All right, well. Choco, you managed to corrupt my player data somehow.
I didn't do it!
Moving over still. I think
Do you have your face cam and recording going?
No, I've got everything recording right now, and I am now... Okay, what in God's green earth is this? Oh my God. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Do you still have a PG stream, Choco?
Huh?
Is your stream still PG? What's your rating?
Yeah, it's PG.
Are you a turret?
Yes! Away! Run! Quickly before it catches you! I love you so much!
I ain't getting no sleep cause of y'all. Y'all ain't getting no sleep cause of me.
You do? Beat it up!
They explode when you shoot them with bows!
Well, guys, if you enjoyed this episode of Crazier Craft, go watch Pete's episode. And you can have the
What episode?
Why don't you just remove him with a command?
Shut up, Ben! So, in lieu of events, that was, unexpected, to say the least. We got our inventory back, our actual inventory. The only thing I had to game mode in was my heart cancers because those unfortunately got lost. But we're back to where we were. Choco pulled a little bit of a prank. It's now a little bit later in the day than we would have liked, so, you know, that much closer to passing out from being tired. But we're still fine, though. So, I guess, really, all that's left now, I kind of wanted to save the actual tree as a surprise, but, I mean, that's kind of, you know, it's kind of ruined. So you guys can see the whole tree here. It's nearly done. We just got to go ahead and patch up the green underneath here, and then it'll be good to go. The only thing that did, unfortunately, get messed up, as you can see on the left-hand side right here, is our points are now at 0, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks. We can go ahead and we can game mode that back in another time. Not really too much of a bother about that, but apart from that, really, let's go ahead and just get started on the finishing product here. Get the whole thing done up completely, and I'll catch you guys back in quite a little while. I think it's not too long, like not a considerable amount of time. So far from what I've been doing, this area underneath here isn't really like I don't know, it's weird. It's a different, you have to fill it in differently than how you normally do it. It's a very weird thing. But either way though, I'll go ahead and catch you guys back after a little while. And yeah, hopefully by then, it should be game over. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the moment that we've all been waiting for. Finally, after so long of doing this, we're done. We're done with the tree. The tree is finally done. Are you ready to see the finished product? Because we got PDS Jr. right in front of us right here that is so eager jumping around. Guys, I am so happy the fact that I was able to get this done, and it looks okay, but it'll look great after we're done with it at the end of this episode, which still is not just quite yet. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you. 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to rain. Of course it would be rain. Literally, of course it would be rain. Welcome to the tree. I don't have a name for it yet, but welcome to the tree, along with these bad guys right here that are trying to take away from this beautiful moment that's going on. Get that out of here. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finished tree. This is 4 mega, what is it called? Sacred sapling, sacred oak sapling, something along those lines, transformed into a mass pile of energy cells. This is somewhere around 30,000 energy cells in total, and it's pretty insane. Now, obviously, I'm not going to skimp you guys out. I'll be honest with you. This is not filled with these cells. The entire, like, core of the inside is still a lot of leaves. Now, I need you guys to understand that would have taken at least 3 times longer, and I'm not kidding at all. But this right here, as you guys can tell by the top right here, let me go ahead and demonstrate. If I was to go ahead and break in a little bit right here and a little bit more right there, these blocks are actually filled in to the brim a couple times over by about 3 blocks in every which direction, meaning it's not just caked over. So you guys have to understand something. While I was building these and replacing them, I had to make very certain that every single one of these blocks was connected to the other blocks somehow. And that's what these guys are. So let me go ahead and demonstrate for you guys right now. So if I was to go ahead and place down a block right here and a block right here, these two are obviously connected. The thing is, if I was to place down a block right here and a block right here, these two aren't connected, meaning if you power this one with an obscene amount of power, it's not going to transfer this, meaning the entire tree would not work. You'd have like 5 cells active and the rest just would not light up because it's not a radius thing. They have to be connected like some sort of wire. So each one of these guys are all connected on the sides of some other block to give them power. At least I hope, and we'll figure that out in just a little bit here. So step number 1 of creating the godlike trees, we're done. We finished it. So, step number 2 is where we find the moment of truth. Well, actually, we're not quite done yet. We have one more thing that we need to do, and that is, I'm going to go ahead and, you see this guy right here, okay? We've got, let me go ahead and actually remove this little guy right there. So right here, you guys can see this is a spatial IO port. Now, we don't really need it for anything right now. Basically, it's just a way to tell us power. With that guy down there, it said that the maximum power we have is about 100 million AE with all these guys underneath here. So what we're going to go ahead and do, just to see how much we need to deal with right now, is we're going to go ahead. This is how I'm going to have it be secret, all right? We're going to actually go inside of this tree right in here, right about inside of here. Now, it does actually seem to be a pretty full force, like it's not hollow. It's definitely not a hollow tree, which kind of surprised me. I thought it would have been hollow, but what we're going to go ahead and do is break into it from the bottom right here, and we're going to go ahead and try connecting it up to one of these guys so it's invisible. You guys will never be able to tell that I've done this. So let me, wow, this is, damn. Yeah, you guys can see the length of the trees and how tall these things really are. This sucker is freaking huge. And there we go. So you guys can see, like I said, it's not fully filled in. My apologies if I feel like I fooled you all. Trust me, it's a lot of work. Please don't take that away from me. I beg of you. So we're going to go ahead and connect this guy up by this one right here and bring it all the way down, making sure that it's connected right now. And are you guys ready for this? So if we go ahead and do this now and we bring this guy a little bit lower into the ground, I'd say my scroll wheel's is messing up right now. Holy damn, my scroll wheel is actually bugging the crap out of me. Hold on. I think it's because the server's lagging a little bit right now. We're probably going to have to get a restart. But let me go ahead and connect this guy all the way down to the ground right here. And we'll bring it all the way down over here. So now, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this portal here. Go away. That I think that led to like Choco's place or something like that. So we've got that there, and we're gonna go ahead and pick up the Nether Star generator just right now and hold it in our inventory. So this guy is gonna be the test of all time. So let's go ahead and bring all of these over here. This is the moment of truth that we figure out right now how much power we have in this tree. So we'll go ahead and bring it over right here. And I guess, really, the only thing to do is, we have a little bit extra right here, so we don't have to worry about that. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and connect up. Oh, did I... Wait a minute, did I take the... Oh, the cable's sitting on there. Ooh, I do not want that cable to despawn. Please do not despawn right now. Hold on, hold on, hold on. And we got the cable. Yes, okay, perfect. So now, like I was saying, we'll go ahead and place these guys down right here, and we'll take a look. Let me just go ahead and quickly... I'm throwing away all my stuff here because it's going into this area. I hate it so much. Let me go ahead and just break open this right here. We'll fix it up a little bit later. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and place that down. The ME glass cable is now connected to the entirety of the tree. As soon as we right click on this in 5 seconds, we're going to figure out how much power is stored in this entire tree. At least I would hope, unless something's wrong. 3, 2, 1. 41.49 GAE. I don't even know what the G stands for in this. Giga? I doubt it. I don't think that's what it stands for. 41.49 GAE. That right there is 41 billion AE power, 82 billion RF that we can store at a time. That's a pretty impressive number. In fact, we will never need anything like that. We were struggling earlier with being able to activate this thing one time, which required 20 million AE. We now have 41 billion. We've beaten the game. We've beaten the game. So, now what has to happen is the fun part. Now that we know how much GAE is in here, right? Now we have to do the second step of this entire process. Now that we've connected everything along here, we'll go ahead and fill this guy back up right here, making sure... Ooh, let me go ahead and actually make sure this cannot be seen. It's not visible. There's very cool ways of making sure that we can basically... Well, I'll get to that in a little while. It's not necessary right now. So, we've got that down. The next step of things is we need to get the Nether Star. So, what we're going to go ahead and grab right now, because we want to power up this entire tree in one go. But that's going to require a lot of fuel. So, what we're going to go ahead and grab is out of here a little bit of iron. In fact, we're going to need a lot more. In fact, do I actually have a hopper learned? Oh, I do have hoppers learned. Perfect. So, we're going to go ahead and grab a hopper. But first, let me go ahead and put away the sacred oak leaves that we've got right here. These guys are going to fall in our inventory because the server's lagging right now. Let me go ahead and toss those all the way in there. The dense energy cells at the same time. And we'll toss all the stuff away in here that we do not need as well. I think that's going to about do it. So, now we're going to grab up a crystal chest. There we go. And the final thing that we're going to go ahead and do right now, my earbuds are, or my headphones are hurting. Sorry, I've been way too long on these. Is we're going to go ahead and look up Nether Star. So a Nether Star is 24,000 exchange energy. One of these guys is 73,000. We're going to drain it. Are you ready? We're going to drain all of it, and we can get a total, ooh, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nearly 8 stacks of nether stars to be able to use for this energy. Now, here's the deal, okay? To be able to transfer all this, just to test it, we need to make sure that we have the energy converter so this thing works properly. So, let me go ahead and go over here just so we got a little bit of a demonstration value. So, the point converter is the energy acceptor right down there. Okay, so we got that. Let me go ahead and actually grab up our pickaxe from here. There we go. And I guess we'll move the energy acceptor over to, well, we'll keep it right there. I guess we need to, honestly. So, we'll put that guy right there, but we'll keep the nether star generator right here. The only thing is we're going to go ahead and remove this so it doesn't wind up transferring to there, and we're going to keep everything away from this point. Now, here's the deal. We're going to go ahead and place a crystal chest above it, and we're going to put in all of our stacks of nether stars. Now, we're going to put in the hopper on top of it when we're ready, because this thing does actually accept the hopper. I've tested it before. We'll do it when we're ready. Not quite now, because I do want to see how this is going to work. So, what we're going to do in the meanwhile, then, is the last thing that we really have to get started on this, and that is, we're going to go ahead and grab up. Now, there's a couple ways we can do this. We can do it by octuple compressed cobblestone, which would be the faster way, or we can do it by getting a god apple cow farm, which is the other way. There's really either way we can go, although octuple compressed cobblestone would be the best way, because if you guys take a look before, if we look up octuple right here, one block of octuple compressed cobblestone has an exchange energy of 43 million. That's a lot of EMC right there. That's about, one of these is about all of those diamond blocks we had in there before, if not a lot more than that. So, how we're going to play this game is we're going to go ahead and look up, ooh, look at that red right there. We're going to go ahead and look up compress, which I believe I have learned somewhere. Oh, what the heck? No. Come back to me. We're going to look up compressed right now, which should be right over here, which is a quadruple compressed cobblestone. So we're going to go ahead and do then. This is a very cheap way of being able to do this, but it's going to be very, very efficient because that's just how we work with this game. In fact, I think we actually only had enough energy to grab one of these guys. So what we're going to go ahead and do is pop these on the dupe tree. So if we get 9 octuple compressed cobblestone, we can make a twin tuplet, and then, you know, 9 of those, and we can make the next thing, and then 9 of those, and we can make the next, and then 9 of those, and we should be able to get unlimited EMC very, very quickly with this, to the fact where it's stupid. It is actually stupid. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this guy placed down right here. We're gonna wait for him to duplicate, and I'll catch you guys back when we have unlimited EMC. All right, so I'm taking a while to AFK these guys, and let me tell you, this mod pack is just, it's the best thing in the world. It really is. So right now, as you guys can see, we have quite a lot of these guys actually duplicated, and this is the septuple compressed cobblestone. So let me go ahead and show you guys how, like, stupid this is, okay? So if you go ahead and take 7 septuple compressed cobblestone right here, and you turn it into 1 octuple compressed cobblestone, that's really all you need to do. Like, all you need to do was wait for one, you pop down 1 and wait for it to duplicate 9 times, and then you do the same thing over and over again, combine them, and that which way. So now we have octuple compressed cobblestone. Just like that, in like 10 minutes. So it's ridiculous. This right here is the equivalent of 43 million cobblestone. So of course you have 43 million exchange energy. Right now we'll get into a lot more rambling about it and how crazy cool it is, but that's for another time. So right now our situation basically is this is the highest you can go. You can't go any higher than octuple, which kind of sucks, but a little bit higher and it would be like, you know, so overpowered to just be stupid out of the game, which I guess kind of like, we can't really say that, you know what I mean? We can't really say like something's too overpowered, but either way though. So this right here, all we have to do, like this thing basically, can you even tell it's cobblestone? Like there's a little bit of some lighter pixels on it, but you can hardly even tell it's cobblestone. So right now we're waiting for 1 of these guys to duplicate up, and then we're going to go ahead and bring it over to the EMC table, drop it down for like 10 stacks of nether stars. I don't even know how much this is going to give us out of 1 of these guys, but it's going to be quite a bit of it. So after we do that, I think one more time, we should be able to activate. Oh my god, does that, I see a screenshot of like it beforehand, but that thing just looks, it's gonna look so good lit up pink, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting really sick of seeing these purplish blocks right here. It's just like, it's not as good, you know what I mean? And I can't lie as well, I do kind of miss the green a little bit. I mean, the green was nice, but now it looks like a lot more of kind of like our island's heart. But either way, so we're waiting on this guy to duplicate. I guess in the meanwhile, while we're waiting on this guy since I kind of don't really feel like cutting it again, I do just want to say thank you guys for enjoying the video so much. If you have been, I know I actually introed off the video like 2 days ago, basically, and we're just now finishing it today, the day I'm uploading it. So, I mean, it's been a video long in the making, and I know throughout this series on Crazier Craft, a lot of you guys have had differences in how you view what I've been tackling, you know, going a bit more technical stuff, staying a bit more with mods more often, rather than being so broad out like I was in Crazy Craft 3. I'm kind of sticking to a certain mod at a time, rather than branching out. There we go. But apart from that, I do just want to say, ultimately, thank you guys so much for allowing me to do this as a job. Like, really, that's all it comes down to. And I'm really happy that a lot of you guys do like my content. Despite those that may not agree, I love you all very, very much. And you are the best supporters that I could ask for. And really, apart from that, let's go ahead and show you guys how powerful one octuple compressed cobblestone is. We're going to drop that in there, 43 million energy. We're going to search up nether stars. And with that, we're able to get... I think they were, I think the octuple compressed cobblestone is a little bit more than the diamond blocks. Just by a smidge, I would like to say. Just a smidge, really, I think is all it's over by. So, I like these. Octuple's good. It's really good. So, I guess, really, with that said then, this is our time. This is it. We now have all the nether stars that we need to get this guy pumping and rolling. Now, the last thing, actually, I forgot the one last thing that we need here because we are going to get into some pretty dangerous territory. Let me go ahead and fill these guys up right now with 2 full rows. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 25 stacks of nether stars right there. Virtually. I think there was a little bit less than 25 stacks, but we're going to go ahead and grab over the final thing that we need from that, and that would be, now we don't really need Royal Guardian gear because, like I said, this does damage you with Wither. The only thing we really need is our good old pal, which I believe is, let me go and search a pet right here. That would be the Purplicious Cow Pet, which gives regeneration, as well as we should probably also take the Mickerson just because, why not? I don't even know, do I have the Mickerson? I do have the Mickerson pet on me. There we go. We'll grab both of those guys, and then I guess, do we have diamonds learned? I think we should. Do we have diamonds learned? We might actually, wait, do we? Oh. We had, interesting. So, we use diamonds so, oh, okay, well, you got some diamonds right here. We use diamonds so often as the fuel for this, we never actually had diamonds learned up themselves, which is kind of a little bit, kind of humorous, I would say. But either way, though, so we're going to go ahead and turn these guys into our good old diamond nuggets so these guys can actually heal. And now we have regen 3 as well as resistance 3. So what I'm going to go ahead and do real fast here is request the guys to give the server a quick reboot, and then we'll go ahead and get the final part of this episode done. This right here is the moment we've all been waiting for, what holds us back from being the most overpowered Minecraft player in the history of the universe and the pleb that we once were just so long ago. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and pop this thing right on us right now just to demonstrate and make sure that it works. We have our test field of these guys right here, all of our dense energy cells. We're going to pop the hopper on top of this. It should power all of these guys here, and immediately once it does, we're going to go ahead and connect up the rest of these guys with the energy cells that I've got right here. Connect them up, and we'll also connect up our good old-fashioned ME glass cable along with it right there so we know how much we're being stored. Guys, this is it. Thank you all for watching this episode. We're going to go ahead and see this entire tree. Hopefully everything. There will be no blues left out. I would hope everything turn up light pink, and we will have our entire island. We can literally power the entire server in one go if we wanted to. Any item that would ever be built, we can power it. So ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Hopper down, up top. We're now taking the wither effect. It is working more than definitely. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and pop in these guys right here. Guys, this now starts the day of reckoning. We'll pop, that's not working for some reason, that poor energy cell right there. Now let's go ahead and put on our ME glass cable right here. This is the time of our lives. And now this tree, if I'm correct in saying this right now, which I should be, let me go ahead and take a look up right here. This guy is gaining energy. Yes, he is. Is he? Is he gaining energy? Yes, he most definitely is. 690 million going all the way up to 812 million. It is working perfectly, but it is definitely damaging us a ton. We're going to go ahead and go all the way up here. Take a look at the overview of this area. In fact, I think this is actually out of the damage zone. And guys, we're just... Oh! Would you look at that? It has already begun. Let's go ahead and take a look at how things are going to go. And I'll catch you guys back when it's over. I bring to you the result of 3 straight days of worth, and yes, I may say it is the best thing I think I have ever done in Minecraft up to this point. Now, here is the fun part, right? We got a few more dense energy cells, and the thing is still technically working right now. Time to go find our errors, and by that I mean the cells that didn't actually get connected by other cells, even though I'm pretty sure, as you can tell, every single one of these cells... I need to stop saying words that end in LL, but either way, let's go ahead and see if there are any blue cells around here, and if there are... we got... Damn it, okay. So as you guys can see, if I go ahead and connect that one up right there, there you go, it's fixed. So that was one error, so we're at 99%. Oh, damn. Yeah, jeez. All right, well, that was... Wow, okay. Well, that just freaked me the hell out. You need to relax, my friend. Damn, I missed a few of them over here, didn't I? Fudge sakes. All right, well, we go ahead and bring that down over there. There we go. Okay, so those guys are fixed up. We'll do the same thing for you right over there. Make that one look good. Is there any more over here? I don't think... Oh, damn, there's 2 more over here. Okay, fill those guys up right about there. And is there any more? There's another one over here. Damn, I really like... Okay, I can't blame myself. I mean, I'm gonna miss a few of them out of these entire, like, tens of thousands of these blocks. I mean, I'll miss a couple of them. Is there any more, though? Does not appear to be from the sides. What about from the back, though? Any from the back? None from the... Grass. No, you guys didn't see that. No, don't worry. You didn't see that. It's okay. Let's see. I don't think there's any more to be found. What about underneath? Underneath? There's another blue one. All right, another guy to be found right about there. We'll go and connect him up. Pretend nothing ever happened. Same with this guy. Ooh, a couple of them right there. That will connect to both of them. Very, very nice. What about any more? I don't think I'm seeing any more. If I do find any more, obviously I'll fix it. What about like in the dip cores in here? Nope. Still got, still even in here. These things are pretty well lit up. What about on the top? So the final part, there's a little bit more right here. I'm probably going to be finding a few of them that aren't actually fully lit up, but you know what? That's just how the cookie crumbles. And I think above here, is there any? Oh, there's a couple right over here. Damn, how did I not get those? Those are like right out in the open. All right, well, I think for the most part, that seems to be all the blues there are. I mean, there's probably a few more. I'll look at them a little bit later, but hey, I kind of can't be asked right now. So, guys, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is episode 50 of Crazier Craft. Now, what does this mean? For those that may not know it, if you don't know, I'm sorry, but what does this mean? So basically, you guys need to understand something. With this mod, there is a thing called facades, and that is basically cables disguised as blocks. You can like place blocks over them, and they work with any block in the game. So what this means we can do is that we can now power anything we ever create in our entire island purely by these trees alone. So what we can do now is in our home a little bit later on, see those furnaces right there, or those combustion, whatever they are called, we can remove those entirely, and we can hook up some wires underneath the ground actually coming through the beanstalk, and we're going to obviously connect that over to there, but we can connect the wires through the beanstalk without you even being able to see them underneath the ground of there, and we'll have it protrude from underneath the ground of our home. So now what will be awesome is we won't have to have any vibration chambers in here anymore. We don't have to have any energy cells in here anymore. We don't have to have any visible wires in here anymore. We don't have to fill up any more coal in here anymore. No more pleb stuff. All of our things from here on out will be powered by the tree. I don't know what I'm going to name this. And by the way, I want you guys to leave the comments down below what you guys would like me to name this tree. Because this is basically... This is the heart now. This is what we're going to be powering all of our machinery with forever, basically. There is no better power source than what I'm looking at right now. And if there is someone better, damn tell me, because I waste 3 days of my life. But hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm so thankful that everything went right, except for Choco. Choco, I love you, my bro, but hey. Fudge you, Choco. I love you, my bro. It's okay. But hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. 50 episodes into Crazier Craft. It has been an amazing mod pack so far. I am so looking forward to the next ones all the way up to number 100. And not gonna lie, I kind of already have an idea for number 100. Completely unrelated to power and anything like that. And I'm kind of anxious to get there. So we're gonna go ahead and crush this out daily up until then. But guys, genuine thank you to those who've been watching for all the 50 episodes we've done so far. We got 50 more to go, and well, actually, we have a lot more than 50 to go. We are not going to be ending at 100. We're going to be going far and far and far until it gets to the point where we wind up building Iron Man suits. But either way, guys, hope you enjoyed. Take care, and as always, I love you all very much. I appreciate the support, and I would not be here without you. And me and PD Hut Jr. or PD Hut Jr. and I will be signing off right now. So I'll catch you guys back next time. Ciao!